Beth Mowens along with Debbie Antonelli. And Debbie, we heard from Dee Davis just a second ago. The senior class has never beaten Tennessee, so a lot of emotion tonight.
Well, there's no question there's a lot of emotion for Vanderbilt for those reasons. They really think they've got a shot with all their offense to be able to take down that Tennessee defense. On the other side, how will Tennessee respond coming off that loss at home to Duke? Be very interesting to see how the emotional and the mental side plays into this game.
Well, and Davis, as always, will play a pivotal role. She is the distributor, leads the SEC in assists.
And she is their leader, no question about it. She also plays very well against Tennessee. She has to be able to handle that first wave of pressure, take care of the basketball, distribute it to all those offensive options that Vanderbilt has. This is a team that averages 80 points a game. But on the other side, we've got the SEC's top scorer, the National Player of the Year contender, Candace Parker, an All-American already, and then the top three-point shooter in the country, Sydney Spencer, who will be looking for her shots early and often tonight.
Last 5 years, this rivalry has been one-sided. 11 wins in a row for the Lady Vols over Vandy. The Commodores want to end that streak tonight.
Hey, kid, how many fingers do you see? 23.
Chicago 23, New York 23, Rancho Cucamonga is 23.
Drop and give me 23.
Only Dr. Pepper is made from 23 flavors.
23.
For a taste so mind-blowing, it's all you can think about.
23. Over there.
The spider monkey is indigenous to
23.
With 23 flavors in every Dr. Pepper, there's more to it.
Getting online used to be complicated in our house. Everybody's happy now. Our lightning-fast connection lets us download instantly, which my daughter loves. Spam filters, beefed-up security, and parental controls, which I love. 10 email accounts, which everybody loves. I'm beginning to think that they love their internet more than they do me.
Get Charter 3 meg high-speed internet for only $19.99 per month for 3 months. Call 1-877-SAVE-181 today.
Wait for your tax refund. Russ Darrow Kia can file your taxes for you. If you have a job at $99, you could get a brand new Kia with a 10-year factory warranty. Wisconsin's #1 Kia dealer has a huge selection. Rios start at just $99 a month. Bad credit? Don't worry, you're approved guaranteed. Call 1-866-4NEW-KIA to get a new Kia with a 10-year, 100,000-mile factory warranty. Don't wait for your tax refund. Call 1-866-4NEW-KIA today.
You're watching FSN North.
SEC Women's Hoops, 4th-ranked Tennessee, number 15 Vanderbilt here at Memorial Gymnasium in Nashville. We get set to tip it off. The Lady Vols 4-0 in conference play. The Commodores at 3-2. Here is the starting lineup for Tennessee. It features Candace Parker, 21 points away from 1,000 in her career. If she can get it tonight, she would become the fastest Lady Vol ever to get to 1,000 points for her career. And the starting lineup for the Vanderbilt Commodores, Caroline Williams, 4th in the country in three-point percentage. And that could be the storyline tonight. We have 5 of the top 8 three-point shooters in the SEC on the floor to start things out this evening.
Vanderbilt leads the nation as a team in three-point shooting percentage, and Tennessee is shooting a program best 40% from outside the arc. But for Pat Summitt's club, it's going to be about 2-point goals tonight, Beth. It's going to be about their defense, generating offense, and about turning Vanderbilt over.
Pat Summitt has called this the most challenging week of the season, facing Duke and now Vanderbilt and Melanie Balcom in her 5th season, 4 consecutive trips to the NCAA tournament, including a couple of bursts in the Sweet 16. Of course, Pat Summitt's resume includes the 6 NCAA titles and 16 trips to the Final Four. The rivalry, well, for the Lady Vols, what rivalry? They have dominated, winning the last 11 in a row. The Commodores have not tasted victory in the series since 2002. None of the current Commodores have won against Tennessee. Lady Vols will start out in their orange, Vandy in their home whites.
Tennessee in their man-to-man defense, trying to get Carla Thomas established inside on Parker.
Thomas with the miss. Offensive rebound for Vandy. And then the pass comes all the way out to midcourt. Bobbitt, the lob to Parker. And Asicki couldn't hang on. Hornbuckle able to save it. Nice pass to Bobbitt. And now Parker short on the baseline.
Wow, what a move by D. Davis to save the turnover.
She is just 3 assists shy of tying the all-time record here at Vanderbilt, held by Ashley McElhaney, who was on that Vandy team that beat Tennessee back in '02.
Both teams right now need to take a collective deep breath. They're trying to do things too quickly. That's what happens when you're playing in a rivalry game with all kinds of emotion.
Thomas missed the layup. Parker snags the rebound.
Thomas isn't going to get very many easier looks than that.
This is Shannon Bobbitt, the Junior College National Player of the Year last season, now the starting point guard in Knoxville. Parker swings back around to the right hand for 2.
Well, she's so good in a high post area off the bounce. You really need 2 players to defend her when she puts it on the floor. If she can elevate over the top, Thomas giving up a few inches inside.
Nice backdoor cut, and the finish by Christina Worth, the sophomore from Mesa, Arizona.
Christina Worth, the most versatile player for Vanderbilt. Melanie Balkum can play her anywhere from the 2 to the 4, so she can shoot the perimeter shot as well as score on the blocks.
First assist of the night for D. Davis. Got a couple of records that might get broken here tonight. Bobbitt way off the mark from downtown.
Tennessee wants to work that zone a little bit more before they take that shot.
Davis with the nice hesitation draws contact, and D will head to the free throw line. Nikki Anasicki charged with her first.
Watch Anasicki right here, gets caught backdoor by Worth. A nice clear out on the weak side. They move away from the goal and clear out the backside, and Resper does a nice job of finishing. D. Davis, what can you say about D. Davis? I don't think there's a player in a Vanderbilt uniform that wants this W more than she does.
Leads the SEC in assists this year, as she has done the past 2 seasons here at Vandy. And you know this means an awful lot. Melanie Balkum telling her kids, hey, relax out there. This would be their best shot. They would have one other chance, but going to Knoxville to finish out the regular season would be a tough task. Vanderbilt, the best free throw shooting team in the SEC, and Davis gets 1 of 2. And brings some 3/4 court pressure.
Look at how Candace Parker at 6'4" can handle like a guard. They can use her to relieve pressure with her size and her ball handling skill.
Foul is on Resper, and Parker will take a break, try and catch her breath.
Well, she's still on an antibiotic. She missed the Mississippi State game, did play in the Duke game, but she's told me today that she does have trouble breathing, and that's what she's saying. I'm having trouble breathing right now.
So that could be a significant story here for Tennessee, as Sid Spencer has to call a timeout after getting caught in the trap. Candace Parker with the trainer Jenny Moshak trying to catch her breath over there on the sideline. These are the numbers, the impact that she is having for this Tennessee team.
Well, her versatility is unmatched in the women's game with her size, because she can handle like a guard and score inside. There's other players that can do that, but not with a 6'4" frame that can do it like she can. Very telling about her statistics. Already an All-American last year and a preseason pick for Player of the Year in the SEC.
Another timeout, Pat Summitt, as they break the huddle. Last year, they lost to Duke and came back the next game out and lost again. So they want to try and avoid that from happening this season. And Parker, now we are told, has gone back to the Tennessee locker room. Again, having some trouble breathing. Bobbitt. Alex Fuller is the player that has come on to replace Parker. Sydney Spencer with the pull-up, got it.
I mean, Spencer can't afford to turn down a shot. She needs to be seeking shots inside their system. At 6'3", she can shoot over the top of smaller guards.
Davis, she'll look for 3, and she'll knock it down.
Steve Davis, who leads the league in assists, has become a very viable option for Melanie Balkum offensively. Not the first option, not even the second, more like the third or the fourth. But still, you have to guard her out front.
She hits the first 3 of the game, and she's not even one of the 5 that is ranked in the top 8 in the SEC in three-point shooting.
That's just a bad angle for that delivery by Hornbuckle as Parker returns back to the floor, and she went down and told Coach Summit, hey, I'm ready. Put me back in, Coach. I'm ready to go.
She will check back in along with Kate McMahon, the point guard. Bobbitt and Anasicki will take a break.
Let's see if Vanderbilt can get Caroline Williams free for a look. I don't think she's even touched the basketball in their quarter court set yet. She is their top three-point shooter.
Williams being hounded by Hornbuckle.
Tennessee switching.
Off the dribble, right at Parker, and Candace gets the block. Whisper
leads the league in that category.
Oh, great pass. Hornbuckle then drops it off for Fuller. Parker, the one that started it all out.
What a great no-look pass in transition. Reverse the basketball quickly.
Tremendous vision, and then the delivery as well. And then she has to close out on Williams, the shooter. That leaves Carla Thomas uncontested. No good. Fuller able to rip it loose.
Vandy will get shots because of their ability to execute. They're going to have to knock them down.
Parker, the crossover to the left side won't go. Good job by Williams.
Yes, good defense.
And now she's looking to fill a lane. Davis will go the other way. Risper. And the foul will be called on Hornbuckle on the rebound. The defense from Candace Parker leads the break the other way. Hornbuckle drops it off for Fuller. Tied early on here in Nashville.
Homeowners need cash? You need to know about the no closing cost home equity line of credit from Countrywide. Unlike many lenders, with Countrywide there's no application fee, no credit reporting fee, no appraisal fee, no underwriting fee, no closing costs. So you could use more of your loan to pay off credit cards and lower your bills. The no closing cost home equity line of credit. No one can do what Countrywide can. Call now and see if you qualify.
Call 1-800-641-7351.
If you believe in me, I will believe in what will be. Give us the...
Even the first day I met Coach, he made me feel like I could do better.
You can do better.
If you believe in me.
I hated that. Feeling like the best I could do would only last one day.
I will believe in what will be.
But I stuck with it.
Give us the future, things that's come to me.
Well, actually, he stuck with me. When I finally did win, he wasn't surprised.
I knew you had it in you.
Believing. Pass it on.
You did real good.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Badgers Live, after every Badgers hockey game on FSN North.
Tied at 6 here, 15:38 to go. Tennessee and Vandy from Nashville. Pat Summitt has called this the most challenging week of the season, coming off the Duke loss on Monday, and now right back at it with 15th ranked Vanderbilt, the big rivalry matchup.
Well, that'll be 3 consecutive losses to Tennessee. And look how quickly that has become a rivalry on the national scene.
Tennessee and Duke.
Tennessee and Duke, yes.
Blue Devils were able to stay unbeaten along with North Carolina. Duke playing Florida State tonight down in Tallahassee. And Carolina getting set for their matchup with Maryland at a sold-out Comcast Center on Sunday as Vanderbilt turns it over. They have yet to get a shot for Caroline Williams, the senior from Rockmart, Georgia, who is the top three-point shooter in the conference.
Well, there's a mistake defensively right there. I mean, that's almost automatic for Sydney Spencer. Before it even left her hand, I knew it was a mistake.
She leads the SEC. That's the 5th turnover now. Here's Spencer again, finding Parker inside. Candace able to knock it off of Worth out of bounds.
Right now, Tennessee running the floor wide, spreading out that Vanderbilt defense. Vandy's going man on miss, zone on make.
Spencer to Parker.
They're playing her straight up back. They did not bring any help.
Backed in on Worth. Shot won't go. D. Davis with the rebound. Davis will back it out. Williams inside in traffic. Tennessee wanted the turnover. Worth for 3, and it's good.
Now she's one of the top 8 3-point shooters in the league.
She comes in at number 8.
I don't think she gets enough credit in Vanderbilt's scheme because of the 3 seniors. They're so important. They're strong up the middle with D. Davis at the point and Carla Thomas inside. Caroline Williams, a tremendous 3-point shooter. Christina Worth gives them versatility in that package offensively.
5 points a game last year, 12 points a game this season, and Carla Thomas gets the steal. And then Tennessee gets it right back.
And Hornbuckle so active. 2nd in the league in steals.
We talk about a contender for the WBCA National Defensive Player of the Year. Hornbuckle would be on the short list at this point.
She can guard every perimeter position. She's active and she dictates on the defensive end. Plus, she's one of the best rebounding guards in the country.
65 steals now on the season for Alexis. And Thomas hits on her first bucket.
So now you start to settle in. Now both clubs have played 6.5 minutes. Now they've kind of gotten through that adrenaline rush.
Parker at the high post. We've had 5 lead changes already in this one as we go back and forth.
Matching up in that zone.
Fuller. Good box out by Thomas.
And right now, Melanie Baucom's game plan defensively is to force the post players for Tennessee to score one-on-one. Make a post move and score.
Cannibals out rebounding the Lady Vols here in the early going. That's a great sign for Vanderbilt. They have struggled on the glass in league play, and Tennessee, well, as Pat Summit talks about this being the worst rebounding team she's ever had statistically.
Well, part of that is it's one of the best shooting teams she's had, so there's not as many offensive opportunities.
Meredith Marsh, freshman into the game.
And as soon as she comes in, they'll trap her.
This Tennessee defense has been swarming at times, forcing the early turnovers. Opponents in the SEC are shooting only 44% against them this year.
Well, look what they've done from last year, Beth, to this year. They turn you over more and they get more steals while they're doing it. That's a product of recruiting. Shannon Bobbitt and Alberta Augusti, both very good perimeter defenders, have added to the team speed and their ability to dictate.
Second chance won't go. 5 offensive rebounds for Vandy. Look at Parker in the open court. Hornbuckle looking for 3, no good. Vanderbilt getting a body on everybody on the defensive boards. 4 rebounds now for Worth. And the layup at the other end for Liz Sherwood, who just checked in.
Quick hitter in transition. Parker gambles. Sherwood makes her pay.
4-point lead for Vandy. 12 minutes to go in the first half. Parker off the net, bothered by Sherwood. Candace showing some frustration now as she heads down the other end of the floor.
Well, she did play 40 minutes in that Duke game, and she is still on the antibiotic. We've already seen her with breathing problems early in the game.
And a fatigue foul right there from Parker, her first. Sherwood able to go to work on Parker, and Vandy is on top 13-9.
In the shadows, you challenge yourself. spotlight. You challenge others. You know what it takes to be number one. At State Farm, so do we.
Hello?
Tim, it's John. I hate to do this, but we have to eliminate some positions, and yours is one of them.
What? You're firing me over the phone?
I guess so. It's just business.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm at the conference in New York. Every employee is valuable to us. Our profits are the highest they have been in the history of our company.
$4,800 student athletes. 2,200 named to academic honor roll. 17 named first team academic All-American. 12 universities. One mission. The Southeastern Conference, equipping tomorrow's leaders today.
13-9, Vandy on top, a 7-0 run over the last 4 minutes. Let's go back to last year in Nashville, and Pat Summitt picks up win number 900 of her career, Debbie.
It was a historic, monumental moment for Tennessee and all of basketball. No one has won that many games. Number 900, and Tennessee overcame a double-digit deficit to be able to pull that one out. And then they went to Knoxville, and they had a 3-point win over Vanderbilt. And Pat Summitt likes to bring her lucky charm with her once in a while, and that would happen to be her mother, Hazel Head. Miss Hazel sitting on the end of the bench again tonight. She was on the end of the bench for win number 900 last year.
Parker was checked out of the game, replaced by Anna Sicky now with Lee Sherwood at the free throw line. 5 offensive boards for Vanderbilt. And Christina Worth, 5 points and 5 rebounds, the hot start for the Commodores.
See, Mooney comes in the game for Vandy, and she gives them instant tempo defensively, but very quick. Just a freshman.
Fuller kicks it out to McMahon, looking for 3 off the mark. And out of bounds off of Alberto Gusti.
Good defense by Vanderbilt, really up the tempo coming off the timeout.
Davis so poised, running the point for Vanderbilt. They are the second leading scoring team in the SEC behind Ole Miss at 80 points a game this year. Nice move on the baseline. Jessica Mooney with the double clutch for 2.
Melanie Balcom really likes her freshman class. Mooney just one of those players, and they're back in the matchup zone on May.
Tennessee hasn't scored now in 5 minutes against this Vandy D.
So they double team out of the matchup zone on the baseline that time. D. Davis had that steal.
Augusti, Sherwood coming over to help out. Vandy working out with it.
And Sherwood came a long ways to be able to help out on the backside. At 6'5", that can alter your shot. It's a lot of size coming at you.
She's been a presence on both ends here in the early going. As we approach the midway point, we're trying to deliver to Sherwood on the back door.
That's what you got to live with if you're Melanie Balcom. You get it. Defensive intensity out of Mooney. She's a young player learning how to play inside her offensive scheme. The thing that Melanie Balcom teaches so well is how to play the game at changing speeds. Play fast in the defensive end, be furious, dictate, play good D, and then slow it down when you get on the other end. Push it, and then slow it down and run your stuff.
Turnbuckle, able to maintain. Shot clock's under 10. Turnbuckle baseline trying to go around Sherwood. And Liz called for the bump. That's the first on Sherwood. Well, the slow start Monday against Duke when they fell behind 19-0. And now slow out of the gates here tonight. They'll have another opportunity. Their drought now is 6 minutes, and they've missed their last 8 shot attempts.
Well, they just look sloppy, not paying attention to detail. And how long will Pat Summitt keep Candace Parker over there on the bench? Here she comes. One long.
Parker will make that slow walk over to the scorer's table. And the Commodores turn it back over. 6 giveaways for Vandy.
Well, this is where you worry about the mental and emotional side of your team if you're Pat Summitt, because it was a furious rally to get back in the game in Knoxville on Monday night against Duke. And this is the rival, no question about it. They understand that Vandy hasn't won. They got to match that intensity, because Vandy's going to play 40 minutes.
They watched that Georgia Tech game tape from last weekend when Vandy threw a 26-0 run on the Ramblin' Wreck. And that was it. And the three-pointer ends the drought.
Spencer hasn't missed. 3 for 3.
8 points now for Sydney.
That's where Shannon Bobbitt has to recognize that Sydney Spencer has the hot hand. Now you come down the other end of the floor and you run something for her.
Davis in the middle of the lane. Bodies fly. Play on, says the experienced officiating crew here tonight. And a 3-second violation called on Anna Sicky.
So here's where Dee Davis has to regroup for Vanderbilt, Beth. The last 2 times down the floor, she's turned it over. She needs to take care of the ball right here and get a good shot. This is one of the top, most efficient offensive teams in the league.
Still looking for her first assist now as Tennessee applies some full court pressure. Broken down by Mooney off the dribble. Can't finish. Thomas. That one won't go. And it will go to the Lady Vols.
This is where Vanderbilt needs to stay composed, because we're talking about how good they are offensively, and they are not getting good shots. They are very good and disciplined at executing. They need to make the extra pass right now instead of making the great pass.
They're getting on the offensive glass, but not able to convert into second chance points. This is the best shooting team in the league from the floor, from three-point range, from the free throw line. Tennessee holding them below their average despite the Commodores' lead. Vandy will take it at this point. 7:46 to go in the first half. They hold the Lady Vols on a drought for almost 7 minutes. They've got the 5-point lead.
Do you have an adjustable rate mortgage? How much has your monthly payment gone up? Do you have credit card debt? How much are your monthly payments? How much are your car loan payments? How about your home equity loan? How much are your monthly payments? Instead of making all those big payments, get a new low fixed rate home loan from Ditech.com with one low monthly payment, even if you have a credit problem. We'll also guarantee you the lowest rate and fee. Call right now, 1-800-962-1319.
Sunday. They're bad to the bone, kings of the road, and life of the party. But to create American icons like Harley, Budweiser, and Peterbilt, it takes an army of employees, robotic muscle, and over 1 million square feet of ultimate factories. The Ultimate Tour begins Sunday with Harley, Budweiser, and Peterbilt on the National Geographic Channel. Dare to explore.
College football fans, here's your chance to be a part of the BC.
And coaches, do you know an outstanding high school student athlete who exemplifies hard work both in the classroom and on the field? Then nominate him or her to be a Wisconsin Student Athlete Superstar. Send a written essay and photo highlighting your nominee. Selected student athletes will be featured on FSN North throughout the month during live sports programming. The Wisconsin Student Athlete Superstars is presented by Country Insurance and Financial Services and the Wisconsin Education Association Council, who believes every kid deserves a great school.
Oh, before I forget, here are your bills. Bills? For what? Calling me on my cell phone. $8.50. Did I ask to hear about your lady problems? $23. Trust me, the only one who wants to hear about your golf game is you.
Why pay for calls you didn't make? Switch to U.S. Cellular.
Right now, get unlimited local call me minutes so there's no charge for incoming calls.
U.S. Cellular. We connect with you.
Go wireless.
Every night, there's just one place to be. The best damn sports show, period. Come on in and be our guest for Sports Television's nightly party. The world's greatest late-night sports show is just getting started. The best damn sports show, period. Tonight on FSN.
And having said all of that about how crisp and sharp Vanderbilt's execution is historically, Tennessee on the other side is physical and disruptive, and they dictate what they want you to do with their defense.
You pointed out earlier how much better Tennessee's defense is. They are forcing the turnovers, and now Vandy gets the takeaway. Lady Vols very sloppy with the basketball in their half court.
I think Sydney Spencer needs to work a little harder for offense right now. She needs to demand the basketball from her teammates. Seek shots.
Offensive foul on Christina Wirth. There is Spencer, who hasn't missed yet. 3 of 3 for 8 points.
Well, I talked to her before the game, and as we take a look at this foul right here on Wirth pushing off on Parker, trying to create position. I talked to Spencer about the second half against Duke. I said, Coach, have something to say to you in the locker room at halftime about looking for more shots? She said, yeah, she sort of said something like that. She said, I'll be looking early today.
Anasicki draws the foul. Well, she may have to look for more today. Candace Parker just 1 of 5 so far in the first half. She had the nice dish there to Anasicki. As Caroline Williams picks up the foul, so Nikki heads to the free throw line.
See, now Anasicki is one that I wouldn't double team in the post for Tennessee. She's shooting below 50% inside. You just want to turn and box her out.
She has become primarily a rebounder in their last 2 outings. She had 10 boards against both Duke and Mississippi State. The offense has fallen off a bit.
Well, of those 20 rebounds, 12 of them were offensive.
She'll be up top now in this press.
That's what Melanie Balcom talked about, beating that first wave of pressure.
Thomas spotted on the shot by Parker. She's got a couple of blocks now, calling for it on the break. Spencer open for 3. She's 4 for 4 from the floor tonight.
At 6'3", not only is she the best three-point shooter in the nation, there's nobody else that shoots it like that with size.
After Tennessee had a 7-minute drought, now Vanderbilt hasn't scored in 5 minutes. Here she is, Spencer. Unbuckled, a nice ball fake, and a driving dish to Parker, and 1.
Are you kidding me? That's the kind of emotional momentum play that can turn things around for Tennessee. Look at this ditch.
Timeout, Vandy. Spectacular pass from Hornbuckle to Parker. And Tennessee is back on top by a deuce. Candace will be at the free throw line when we restart. Look at that dish.
The previous play, Parker with the block. And then watch Spencer in the trail position. Whoop, nobody even close because Tennessee pushes the ball down the sidelines, flattens out the defense. There's not anybody within 10 feet of Sydney Spencer when she's in the trail position to shoot the 3, and nobody shoots it like Spencer.
11-0 run for Tennessee with Spencer leading the way. They retake the lead for the first time since 5 minutes into the ball game.
If Tennessee rebounds or turns Vandy over and they push like that, Beth, Spencer will be in that trail position and be able to knock down the triple.
The senior from Hoover, Alabama, leads the league at 50%. Parker now to the free throw line. Her numbers.
Spencer has 11 of Tennessee's 19 points. Parker continuing to miss free throws. 1 for 7 in the Duke game. And She was very bothered by that, but Coach Summit told her, don't worry about that. I'm not worried about missing free throws right now. I'm worried about the 19-zip deficit we started the game out with. That's what she told the team in the locker room.
Give you the Parker update. She is now 15 points away from 1,000 for her career. And the assist numbers for Dee Davis, she does not have an assist yet. She needs 3 to tie Ashley McElhaney atop the career assist chart at Vandy. And a 5-second violation forced the turnover from that Tennessee defense.
That is 10 turnovers for a Vanderbilt team that only averages 16 on the season.
We've still got almost 6 minutes to go. Look at the points off of the turnovers. Tennessee has been making Vandy pay for the miscues. Parker in traffic, muscles that one up. And Candace will head back to the free throw line. It's going to be on Sherwood, and that'll be her second. Has put up some impressive numbers in their big games this year. She approaches 1,000. This is her 55th game. Shamika Holzclaw got to 1,000 points in 57 games. Tamika Catchings in 58 games.
Those are some very impressive names you just rattle off in the history of not just Tennessee, but in women's basketball.
Both, yep.
That would make Parker carrying over from the Duke game 1 for 10 at the free throw line so far.
Vanderbilt struggles continue. 7 turnovers now in the last 6.5 minutes without a basket. Probert will now head over to the left side. Oh, the tip from Hornbuckle. What a play by Alexis. The bad pass from Bobbin, and she just tipped it into Parker.
She sees the floor so well with her size, her athletic ability.
5 turnovers in their last 5 possessions. 7 minutes without a basket.
And Caroline Williams, who's their second leading scorer, still has not had a shot attempt.
Hornbuckle gets another steal. 6 turnovers in 6 possessions. Parker on the trail. No good from 3. Anna Sicky is there. She continues her good work on the boards. Hornbuckle runs the baseline for 3. Timeout, Vanderbilt. The Lady Vols streaking right now, 24-17, a 12-0 run.
Their offensive rebounding creates extra possessions, and Hornbuckle able to stick the triple in the corner. Sometimes when you don't control your own end of the floor on the glass, you get out of position. So as good as Tennessee is on the boards, you can't match up fast enough, and that gave Hornbuckle a wide open look.
17-9, the rebounding advantage. Coming up next, we got some Pac-10 men's hoops action for you. 3rd-ranked UCLA will be taking on Cal. That's coming up next for most of our audience here on FSN. Vanderbilt's last basket was at the 11-minute mark. Now Tennessee, after that cool start, is catching fire now. 5 of their last 7 shots. Hornbuckle, she's been all over the floor.
And Dee Davis is not staying as composed as I expected and anticipated, the senior leader. That's a Dee Davis pass that's too long against an aggressive overplaying defense. Good hustle by Hornbuckle.
Davis trying to avoid the trap and gets fouled out top.
See, now Vandy should know that when they run that high ball screen, Tennessee has shown they're going to trap that, and Dee Davis did a great job of keeping her dribble alive to draw that foul.
It's the first on McMahon.
We're going to go back to it again. It's going to be the same defense by the Lady Vols.
Thomas tried to lob it inside. side. The catch from Sherwood in the basket.
That's a tremendous effort in the high-low game. Tennessee switched. Sherwood had great position, used that wide body to maintain contact right here. All she does is roll to the basketball and holds Fuller off. Good execution by Vanderbilt.
Nice one-handed grab. Spencer whistled for the foul, reaching in her first. Sherwood to the free throw line. Off the mark. McMahon across midcourt. Under 4 minutes now to go in the first half. Spencer. Her first miss. And then she grabs the rebound. Sid will try again. No good.
Another board.
The travel called on Fuller. We'll take a timeout. 3:35 to go. 24-19. Tennessee with the lead over Vandy.
If you're a man over 50, it's time to take the Avidart quiz. Are you always going? Do you have trouble going? Are you going at night? Maybe you think you have a going problem. But what if it's a growing problem? What if it's not your bladder, but instead you have an enlarging prostate? 50% of men over 50 do. And you may be able to do something about that going and growing with Avidart. Most medicines only treat symptoms. Avidart, with time, actually shrinks the prostate and improves urinary symptoms. Only your doctor can tell if your symptoms are from an enlarged prostate and not a more serious condition, such as prostate cancer. So have regular prostate exams. Avidart is for men only. Women should not take or handle Avidart due to the risk of a specific birth defect. Tell your doctor if you have liver disease. Rarely, sexual side effects, tenderness, or swelling of the breast can occur. Have you called your doctor? Avidart, for your growing problem.
I can still go to college.
It's the Army.
I'm gonna be part of something that's important. And it's the reserve, so they'll train me around here until they need me.
Good training?
It's the Army.
Call 1-800-984-ARMY now for a free DVD to learn about strengthening yourself and your community as a citizen and soldier in the U.S. Army Reserve. You'll also get a free sports watch. Stand ready in the Army Reserve.
The best.
Bucks Live, before and after every Bucks game on FSN North.
3:35 to go. Fourth-ranked Tennessee with the lead over number 15 Vanderbilt in this clash of the top two three-point shooters in the conference. Sydney Spencer leading this one.
Outstanding shot selection by Spencer. 4 for 6 from the floor, 3 for 4 outside the arc. The nation's top three-point shooter is looking for her offense early. And you take a look at the two top three-point shooters in the SEC. Tonight, Caroline Williams hasn't even gotten a chance to get a touch in a position where she could be effective scoring. And it's not the turnovers here that have hurt Vanderbilt, because they have handled the full court pressure in the initial wave. It's once they cross midcourt like that right there.
We should also put Georgia's Corey Chambers up there as one of the top three-point shooters in the conference, and a terrific night in the SEC. Georgia hosting Ole Miss tonight. Arkansas is at Louisville this evening, or at LSU, I mean, as the top 6 teams in the conference all face off with one another. Yanisicki hits.
That's okay, no double there, make her score.
Both teams trying to survive 7-minute scoring droughts here in the first half as the defense put the clamps on. Tennessee now opening up the 7-point advantage.
Hornbuckle is pretty much face guarding Caroline Williams. She is not helping and not at the rim when the ball's on the weak side. She's using her length and her athleticism to bother a terrific three-point shooter.
And then down at the other end, she has been passing extremely well, finding the open teammate. She's got 4 assists. Candace Parker with 6 points here in the first half. Dee Davis without an assist for Vanderbilt. Leading scorer Carla Thomas held to just 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting by Tennessee. the shot clock at 5. Dominique Redding short. Vandy will get it back. Surprising with the senior leadership, this senior class of Williams, Thomas, and Davis. A combined 277 starts at Vanderbilt. But they have not handled this pressure in the half court well, turning it over in 8 of their last 9 possessions.
And Davis and Thomas are 4-year starters for Melanie Balkum. That's just a poor pass right there.
That's 9 of 10 now.
And here's the thing, though, Beth, going back to that point before, they're not turning it over where Tennessee can get layups on the other end. At least you're going to turn it over, you get a chance to set up your defense. They're going to have to make a major adjustment at halftime in how they take care of the basketball.
They average 16 turnovers per game. They are already there here in the first half. McMahon again, the shot clock running down. Her runner did not touch rim. Tennessee turns it over.
Back-to-back good defensive series by Vanderbilt in that matchup.
Bobbitt and Parker return now for Tennessee with $1:29 to go.
Pat Summitt will change up. Who's at the point of that pressure? We've seen Anasicki there. We've seen Fuller. Now we have Parker up there.
Get the ball in the middle of the floor, then reverse to the opposite side. Boy, and a break for Vanderbilt that the foul was called because another poor pass was on its way for another turnover.
Well, here's the thing about changing up who the point of the pressure is. Right now, because they're falling back into man, that means Parker's out on the perimeter, which pulls her away from the basket. The Vanderbilt baseline game and high-low game should be available.
We got an offensive foul on Carla Thomas.
Look at Caroline Williams trying to get free. She's been bumped and bodied and jammed and chucked by a couple of Tennessee players trying to get open. But that's what you want to do with Caroline Williams. That's playing personnel defense, because she does not need a lot of time nor a lot of separation to shoot that triple.
Foul was called on Carla Thomas, her first. Caroline Williams with 118 three-point attempts on the season. She has not pulled the trigger yet here today.
Again, forcing Tennessee to work deep into the shot clock.
Vandy's defense really the thing keeping them close right now in a half that has seen them struggle mightily at the other end. Bobbitt pull up baseline and rattles it in.
And Bobbitt hasn't had a lot of two-point baskets in SEC play.
She gets one there to make it a 9-point advantage.
That's her third in the league. She's become a three-point shooter for Pat Summitt's team. Or you got a player to pass off the dribble penetration.
She's harassing Davis now defensively. Carla Thomas going to take it all the way to the hoop, and the blocking foul is called on Fuller. That's her second. So that will send Carla Thomas to the free throw line, 79% on the season. She has had streaks so far of 19 free throws in a row, 15 in a row, 14 in a row this year.
She has a great touch for a big girl inside. And she's a tremendous passer, the second best passer on this team behind Dee Davis.
This is her first trip to the line today.
She's been their most consistent scorer all season, Beth. And when you look at the scoreboard, you think Vandy only trails by 8. They're going to go into the locker room at single digits with as poorly as they've executed on the offensive end. Melanie Balkum will have a chance to make some adjustments against this Tennessee defense.
Shot clock is off for Tennessee. Dangerous pass. Parker able to corral it. Candace gives it up, and a whistle on the drive.
No whistle. I heard a whistle. There was definitely a whistle, but the officials were playing on.
Melanie Balkum talking with Eric Bruton. The players all said they thought they heard a whistle.
Well, half the players stopped and half kept playing. You're supposed to play through, but I thought I heard a whistle too.
So now it's Vandy with 5 seconds left. to go in the half. And it's going to be on Alexis Hornbuckle. That is her second. What a last 25 seconds. A bizarre finish to this first half. Hornbuckle trying to laugh it off, but Meredith Marsh will head to the free throw line.
They could make this a two-possession game at the half.
They've shot 36%. They've turned it over 17 times. Thomas won't go. Tennessee 28, Vanderbilt 21. A 19-4 run for the Lady Vols as Pat Summitt has some instruction for her guard tandem of Bobbitt and Hornbuckle. College hoops on FSN. The fourth-ranked Lady Vols leading number 15 Vanderbilt here in Nashville.
Good, Aaron. Cow. Cow. Yes, sweetie. Cow. Cow. Paul, where are the burgers?
Try Chick-fil-A's new hand-spun milkshakes in vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and cookies and cream.
No matter what the sport, no matter who the teams, we see them dreaming about winning. Helping these children achieve success is the foundation of the SEC's education initiative. Kids College Educational Software continues to innovate classroom learning. The award-winning Star Sportsmanship Series teaches life lessons and builds character. And SECkids.com positively nurtures youthful dreams, equipping tomorrow's leaders today. To that, we are committed.
Make a smooth approach. Make smooth contact with Electric Shave Pre-Shave Lotion. Stands up whiskers for up to a 52% closer shave. Electric Shave. Blade close, electric smooth.
Can an odor-free cream stand up to your back pain?
You bet if it's Aspercream.
Aspercream is clinically proven to knock out the pain with the maximum strength formula that's odor-free. Arthritis pain stopped?
You bet if it's Aspercream.
Only once a year, 30 elite superstars compete in one match.
This is gonna be a rumble like no other.
The Royal Rumble. They compete for glory. They compete for victory. They compete for a championship match at WrestleMania. This is where careers are determined and fates decided. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity at an event that comes only once a year. The 30-man over-the-top rope Royal Rumble. Live Sunday, January 28th on Events in Demand pay-per-view.
Badgers Live after every Badgers hockey game on FSN North.
College hoops on FSN. Vandy held to a season low first half of 21 points. The Lady Vols on top 28-21. And earlier today, Debbie Antonelli had the chance to sit down with Tennessee's Pat Summitt.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us at the half. You're coming off that tough Duke loss. How can you assess the emotion of your team right now?
Well, Debbie, they're really disappointed after the game, but there's some positive things we can take from it. We obviously got off to a very poor start. Duke came out and shot the ball incredibly well. Defensively, I didn't think we had good stands, but we didn't give up, and I just thought our character really came through in the second half when we fought as hard as we fought, tied the game, and obviously put ourselves in a position, you know, to make it a win. And you got to give Duke credit. I mean, they started strong and they finished the game.
You can obviously learn from a win, but you've had a couple of losses this year that you've struggled with. How can you take something from those losses and add it to your rest of your schedule to help you guys move forward?
Well, I think to be the best, you have to play the best. And obviously, our decision to schedule with North Carolina, continue the Duke series was by design. It's to help us get better. And we obviously want to compete for a championship. And the way you do it is play the best. I've never really been comfortable not doing that. I mean, I'm not about playing teams that I know I can go out and our team can win by 20, 30 points. I think when you play people that really expose who you are, your weaknesses, then you can work to make them your strengths.
You've got 11 wins over Vanderbilt. What is it going to take for you to get number 12 today?
You know, it's hard to believe because we've had some really close basketball games. This is a tough arena to play in. We're coming off a loss. That's when you learn even more about the character of your team. And we went through that last year. We lost. We went to Kentucky. We lost again. And we've just challenged our team. If we want to stay undefeated in the SEC and have a chance to win this league outright, which is a hard thing to do, we have to take it one at a time. And first and foremost is beat this Vanderbilt team.
Now, you've got a litter of puppies at your house. I want to know which keeps you up at night longer, the litter of puppies taking care of them or preparing for your next opponent watching tape?
Well, actually, I was probably confused up until last night. First time I've been away from the puppies. I slept 10.5 hours. My staff was looking for me all morning in a panic. Where's Pat? Well, Pat took advantage of not having to take care of the puppies. So I guess it's the puppies, but this game's important.
Coach, thanks for joining us at
Thank
the half.
you, Debbie.
Good luck.
Coach Pat Summit with Debbie Antonelli and her Lady Vols with Shannon Bobbitt along the baseline of the lead. Back after this.
Homeowners need cash? You need to know about the no closing cost home equity line of credit from Countrywide. Unlike many lenders, with Countrywide there's no application fee, no credit reporting fee, no appraisal fee, no underwriting fee, no closing costs. So you could use more of your loan to pay off credit cards and lower your bills. The no closing cost home equity line of credit. No one can do what Countrywide can. Call now and see if you qualify.
Call 1-800-641-7351.
If you believe in me, I will believe in what will be. Give us the
Even the first day I met Coach, he made me feel like I could do better.
You can do better.
if you believe in me.
I hated that. Feeling like the best I could do would only last one day.
I will believe in what will be.
But I stuck with it.
Give us the future, things that's on me.
Well, actually, he stuck with me. When I finally did win, he wasn't surprised.
I knew you had it in you.
Believing. Pass it on.
You did real good.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Some say we're fanatics when it comes to football. In fact, we've made quite a name for ourselves. Yet most folks don't realize how much that passion carries over into everything we do. From our unique partnership with Oak Ridge National Laboratory to the only forensic program of its kind. We're just as devoted to making things happen off the field as we are on it. The University of Tennessee, changing tomorrow, today.
The best damn sports show, period. Weeknights on FSN.
You're watching FSN North.
College hoops on FSN. And the Tennessee rivalry, the Lady Vols and the Commodores, and fourth-ranked Tennessee with the lead over number 15 Vandy, 28-21. Beth Mowins along with Debbie Antonelli. The top two shooting teams in the SEC not quite living up to their billing in the first half, and the big story was 17 Vanderbilt turnovers leading to 19 points for the Lady Vols.
Well, it's certainly correctable for Vanderbilt, and I'm sure Melanie Balcom will straighten it out in the locker room, because this is a team that did not reverse the basketball, that handled the first wave of pressure, but then turned it over at Tennessee's end of the floor. So it's all correctable. They can fix that, and they've got to find a way to get Caroline Williams and Carla Thomas some touches.
Busy night in college basketball as we take a look at some of the other scores from around the country. South Carolina laying it on Florida at the half. Kentucky and Mississippi State are tied up in other SEC action. That's a big Georgia-Ole Miss clash. Ole Miss at 5-0 right now in the conference. And LSU and Arkansas coming up later this evening. And how about Ole Miss and Carol Ross on top right now? And the top 6 in the conference playing against each other tonight. A little throwdown Thursday action around the SEC. Right now it's Tennessee leading Vandy at the half, 28-21. Liz Sherwood with the nice catch and the finish.
No matter how it starts, no matter how it ends, I won't let you down, I won't let you down. No matter where you've been, no matter where you go, I won't let you down, I won't let you down.
Introducing the world's smallest camera flip phone. The Pantech C300. Fully loaded, shrunk to fit. Only from Singular. Raising the bar.
I am the first and only lady truck driver for my company. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. When I have a headache, it feels like a traffic jam in my head. Oops, sorry. I can't stop what I'm doing when my head's pounding and my back's killing me. That's why BC is always by my side. BC works so fast because it's a powder. Look, a convoy. It's just like putting pedal to the metal as fast. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, and I never hit the road without BC.
You've got to have the gear. You got to get the goods. You're cooking in, eating out, dressing up, dressing down. You need your school colors, and you need them now. Well, this is the place. SECstore.com, the one-stop shop for SEC fans with every conference team and all the conference merchandise right at your fingertips. At championship time, it's the quickest way to get officially licensed championship caps and tees. Great quality, huge variety, quick shopping, easy clicking, fast shipping every day, anytime at SECstore.com.
I watch what I want, when I want, from the beginning. A sitcom at 7:36. A rock concert at 2:09 and a half. Movies and shows and sports. It's all included in my service with no hidden charges. I can rewind a car chase scene and watch it again and again. I love car chase scenes. Everybody loves car chase scenes, right? Don't they?
Check out Channel 999 to see for yourself or visit charter.com for more information.
It's time for football. It's time to get high-definition television from Charter. Catch your favorite pro teams on HD channels like ESPN and CBS HD for the biggest game of them all. Yeah, all with no extra equipment to buy or maintain. Don't just watch the big game, get in the game. Put every snap, every play. It's good! Call 1-877-SAVE-181.
Tennessee with the lead over Vandy here at Memorial Gymnasium in Nashville. Tennessee looking to extend their winning streak over their arch rivals to 12 in a row. Let's take a look at the first half statistics, Teddy.
Well, it's so important for Vandy to take care of the basketball, Beth. It was Tennessee's defense that kept turning them over, and they just were grinding it out. They mixed up how they attacked, but their pressure was constant, and it was very aggressive. And then when Vanderbilt thought they had a look, Parker was on the backside cleaning things up. Right here, Spencer, what a fantastic first half she had. She led Tennessee in scoring with 11 first-half points. And then Christina Worth, what a bright spot she's been. When your top scorers are struggling, Christina Worth, who I said earlier was an underrated performer for Vanderbilt, has really shown up in the first half.
Those, of course, were the highlights, and here are those first-half statistics. The Lady Vols finishing the half on a 19-4 run.
Too many turnovers for Vanderbilt, which they will probably fix and address at halftime. But Tennessee shooting it right a little bit, just a little bit below their average.
28-21. Lady Vols on top. Second half's coming up.
Whatever it does, it works for me.
Since I've worn the Q-Ray, I just feel great. Really balanced, really energetic.
And I got to tell you, it's probably the finest product I've ever bought.
It ain't coming off.
Like acupuncture, yoga, and Tai Chi, the Q-Ray ionized bracelet is based on traditional Oriental medicine, designed to naturally balance negative and positive energy forces to achieve a state of Chi, where you feel and perform your best. And in just a few seconds, hear how you can try a Q-Ray risk-free for 30 days.
2005 was my best season yet. The only thing I changed was getting with Coach Hart and wearing my Q-Ray bracelet. I feel like I've been on top of my game ever since.
The Silver Deluxe Q-Ray Ionized Bracelet is now available with a 30-day risk-free trial through this special television offer for 3 payments of $49.95. But if you call now, we'll make the first payment for you, so the Q-Ray can be yours for just 2 payments of $49.95. Performance, balance, vitality. Call now. Order your Q-Ray risk-free.
If it wasn't working,
I wouldn't have been wearing it for the last 2.5 years.
It's an ACC Sunday Night Hoops doubleheader. First, are the Hokies ready to join the ACC's elite? Or will Georgia Tech regain their swagger and take them down? Then, can Boston College emerge as a contender? Or will Duke work their magic and repeat last year's season sweep? ACC Sunday Night Hoops, presented by Pizza Hut, this week on FSN.
Bucks Live, before and after every Bucks game on FSN North.
College hoops on FSN here in the SEC. Nashville, Tennessee. The Lady Vols leading Vandy 28-21. And D. Davis, we were expecting the composure from the senior, but that was not the case against pressure in the first half.
Shocking to see 6 turnovers out of a senior who wants to win this game more than any player on Vanderbilt's team. But now she's got to stay composed. She's got to take care of the basketball. She's got to find a way to get her team in rhythm offensively. I mean, all's not lost for Vandy. I mean, considering how many times they turned it over and they only trail by 7. They can get back in it and get some rhythm quickly. And Tennessee's got to keep bringing the heat.
That turnover total matches her last 3 games combined, but you recall it was D. Davis that had the troops together in their pregame and saying, hey, this is our last chance to beat Tennessee at home. It's our only chance. The senior class has never beaten the Lady Vols.
And Vanderbilt was late coming out of the locker room. They got a chance to go through a little bit of a warm-up, but let's see what they'll do on the offensive end.
And they come up with a steal right away. Williams, the leading three-point shooter in Vandy history by percentage. She is currently tied for 2nd place in made threes, but she is without a shot so far today.
See, and Hornbuckle had been on her the first half. Now it's Sydney Spencer face guarding her in the corner.
Davis left alone, no good. Parker has the rebound. It's Parker, Spencer, Anasicki, Bobbitt, and Hornbuckle, and now Tennessee on the run. Hornbuckle off window, no good. Thomas, Davis, Westberg, Worth, and Williams in the white jerseys for Vandy to start out the second half.
Yeah, I thought Hornbuckle was going to stay on Williams. I think Spencer just picked her up in transition.
Either way, Debbie, that's a tough matchup for Williams. You've got the speed of Hornbuckle and the length of Spencer.
Bobbitt being physical, trying not to let D. Davis use that high ball screen.
Bobbitt whistled for her first. Hornbuckle with 4 steals in that first half.
I mean, Vanderbilt very much a rhythm team, and Tennessee has not allowed them to become comfortable.
This is a team that averages 80 points a game, held to just 21, a season low for them in the first half. Nice delivery inside, and Christina Worth with the finish. She's got 7 now.
Yeah, I think Melanie, another steal. Back-to-back steals by Vandy. I think Melanie Balcom likes the Christina Worth matchup inside.
Whisper, they look to reset, now go off the bounce, and she draws the foul on the penetration. It's definitely a different looking Vanderbilt team already here in the first minute and a half as Spencer picks up her 2nd personal.
After only 3 steals in the first half, they've already had 2 steals in the second in a minute and a half.
The lob inside, the Wolf, and the finish, the assist from Carla Thomas.
Vandy's high-low game, outstanding. They clear out the backside, keep the weak side occupied, and it's one-on-one in the post.
Worth now with 9 points to lead the team. Bobbitt. Parker. She's got to drop it off for Spencer. The leaner, no good. And the foul called on the rebound. Going to go against the Lady Vols. Let's take a look at that high-low action.
Well, one of the things that has worked for them is this right here. Great seal, Christina Worth. See, she holds the contact, Beth, until the ball's above her head. Then she releases and scores. Perfect execution.
Vandy off to the hot start. Anisicki just picking up her second personal. D. Davis, 15-footer, got it. And here come the Capitals.
And she's 2 for 2, and she needs to look to take more shots as now she calls a turnover.
They have forced 3 turnovers on Tennessee here in the first 2.5 minutes.
Dribble penetration right here. Nice pull-up jump shot by D. Davis. Takes 1 dribble to improve her shooting percentage inside 15.
6 unanswered points to start out the second half for Vandy. And then they give it back.
You've got to ball fake that defense.
Wow. Augusta had it momentarily. Caroline Williams picked her pocket.
How about Vanderbilt making an emotional switch at halftime?
They've turned it on here, looking for their first lead since the 7-minute mark of the first half. Thomas, one-on-one with Parker. Carla Thomas goes to the left, no good.
That's a pretty big-time move inside by Thomas. Now she knows she can get that move off on Parker.
Babbitt out of control on the break. Vandy looking to go 2-on-1. Thomas.
Oh, I thought they missed Williams on the perimeter.
She was alone on the outside. They have not even looked to her. She is still without a shot. Is Caroline Williams, the 4th best three-point shooter in the country.
Great hustle by Risper to come back on defense and make that play. Vandy looks quicker to the ball in the second half.
Tennessee already with 5 turnovers. Candace Parker on the breakaway gets the layup. Williams, her first look from downtown, short. Her first attempt of the night.
Boy, this crowd was ready to erupt.
And the foul's going to be called on Tennessee. That'll be on Nikki Anisicki, and that is her 3rd.
Boy, it took the 3-point basket away for the Lady Vols. Off the ball.
Could be a big swing here for Vandy. Down 3 early in the second half. Looking to end 5 years of frustration against Tennessee. They've lost 11 in a row in this series. Parker with the steal. 3-on-2 break. Gets it right back and lays it up and in. Candace now with 8 points. Check that, 10 now into double digits. Westbrook missed the layup. Hornbuckle in transition couldn't hang on, and a foul is going to be called on Thomas, colliding with Nikki Anisicki. 32-27, Tennessee with the lead. Parker in transition, gives it up, gets it right back for the Lady Vols.
Today, Fox and Speed are teaming up to bring you unprecedented coverage of the Rolex 24 at Daytona.
Huge crash.
Racing's biggest names in a grueling test of endurance, teamwork, and pure racing skill.
College football fans, here's your chance to be a part of the BCS. Go online to get the official merchandise from the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, the FedEx Orange Bowl, the Allstate Sugar Bowl, and the Tostitos BCS National Championship. Own a part of college football history. Go to bcsfootball.org and order today.
Think about it. Think about how much more electricity we use these days, at home, in schools, and at work. We think about it at American Transmission Company. ATC owns, builds, maintains, and operates the high-voltage electric transmission system that brings electricity into communities. It's a tough job, but our work will help ensure that we have the electricity we need when we need it. ATC, we're the folks helping to keep the lights on, businesses running, and communities strong.
For some folks, beauty is a mountain memory. Yet for others, beauty is on 2 wheels. For those riders, Geico Motorcycle Insurance has you covered. No wonder thousands of riders are switching to Geico each week. Geico. One call could save you money on your motorcycle insurance, too. Let's ride.
You're watching FSN North.
As a guard forward, and she has the ability to score inside and out. A very good screener in Melanie Balcom's system, which means something to the coach, because all that detail stuff helps create opportunities for others, and she kind of connects the dots for Vanderbilt.
She's led the charge here in the second half. They went on a 6-0 run as Tennessee has struggled with the basketball. 6 turnovers in the first 4.5 minutes. Kate McMahon off the dribble. Able to get up for the rebound. And keeps it alive, gets it out to Parker. Shot clock down to 5. Hornbuckle no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds to Vandy.
If you take the last couple possessions of the first half for Tennessee and the start of the second, Vanderbilt has made them work deep into the shot clock. They've gotten inside 10 and really don't have the ball where they want it to be. To me, that's Parker or Spencer.
Parker's had a couple of layups, Debbie, but both of those were in transition, not in their half-court set. Parker gets Spencer gets a hand in the passing lane, and the long outlet to Hornbuckle. Some easy transition buckets for Tennessee, and then the steal on the inbounds on the lazy pass.
I like Hornbuckle right here, running the point, taking over. She understands what needs to take place in this building. I talked to her today about it. She was quoted as saying that she didn't really like playing here because of the floor, because of the elevated floor. But she says, I'm hustling for every loose ball. I'm afraid I'm going to fall off the edge.
Fuller trying to get it back to Parker in traffic.
I should say she feared playing in here for that reason.
Whisper probes, and that comes back out.
Ooh, that was dangerous. Parker was going to go for that one.
She likes going for that steal at the top of the key and getting the break out the other way. Hornbuckle. Nice dish, drops it off to Fuller. And then the foul is going to be called on McMahon.
See, now I'm not thinking that was a good dish, Beth, and here's why. Because where Fuller caught it, she couldn't do anything with it. Watch this pass right here. If Hornbuckle makes one more dribble and gives Fuller a chance to get to the other side of the rim, then she could have scored that.
D. Davis. Jessica Mooney into the lineup. Nice through the defense for the layup.
See, now Parker should know that Mooney's not going to shoot that three, and she took the ball fake.
No need to do that out there on Mooney, who's just 1 of 9 on the season from three-point range.
Personnel scout. You've got to know the scouting report.
McMahon now back to the point. Hornbuckle tries the baseline and passes it to no one in particular. D. Davis on the run. Mooney, the first assist of the ball game for D. Davis. And Mooney is sparked right off the bench.
How about Mooney? Both halves already having an impact. They go 2-2-1. They fall back into their matchup when they score.
Their top 2 scorers are a combined 1 for 10, and yet Vanderbilt is down by just 3. On an off night for Thomas and Williams offensively. And they create the turnover with the defense.
Nice push right here by D. Davis. Heads up, draws the D, then delivers it to Mooney. Mooney doing a nice job on both ends of the floor right now, creating tempo, bringing energy, and look at D. Davis.
When you've got your rival and you've never beaten them, and this is your last chance at home, it means everything to a player like D. Davis. Tennessee had 10 turnovers in the first half. They've already got 10 turnovers in the first 7.5 minutes. And look at Mooney going to work. Basket in the foul.
Are you kidding me? Fearless. In her first venture against Tennessee.
Jessica Mooney, the freshman from right here in Nashville, with another layup.
Well, she certainly understands this rivalry then. Look at this move right here. Little hang time, draw some contact, keep your focus on the rim.
And she draws the third personal foul on Alexis Hornbuckle. Vanderbilt down by 1. Hornbuckle at the point. Redding now is in at the off guard. The lob into Parker, and Caroline Williams had a handful of Candace's jersey.
See, this is where Pat Summitt goes to an experienced point guard in Hornbuckle, who played the point last year. You got 2 new point guards, and Kate McMahon, a freshman, and Shannon Bobbitt, a junior college player. This gives you some stability and some composure when you're turning the ball over, and that's just Nikki Anasicki losing her balance.
11 turnovers now in the second half for Tennessee. They've led by as many as 9, and Parker gets the block on Mooney. Let's see if that's the wake-up call the Lady Vols have been looking for.
You know, it's about 50-50 in here, Orange and Vanderbilt. Look at that play. Parker just lets her bring it in just a little bit closer, and good execution on the out of bounds.
Thomas scores to give Vanderbilt the lead. Their first since the 7-minute mark of the first half. Hornbuckle way off.
See, that's not what Hornbuckle needs to do as a point guard right now. She needs to find shots for Spencer and for Parker.
Mooney with 6 points in a row to spark the comeback, and here she is with the basketball.
What a spark by a young freshman.
This class could have quite an impact. There are 4 of them in the mix this year for the Commodores. And Williams continues to struggle on the offensive end, turns it over. 15th ranked Vanderbilt coming from behind here in the second half. Mooney helps them grab the lead.
Homeowners need cash? You need to know about the no closing costs home equity line of credit from Countrywide. Unlike many lenders, with Countrywide there's no application fee, no credit reporting fee, no appraisal fee, no underwriting fee, no closing costs. So you could use more of your loan to pay off credit cards and lower your bills. The no closing cost home equity line of credit. No one can do what Countrywide can. Call now and see if you qualify.
Call 1-800-641-7351.
If you believe in me, I will believe in what will be. Give us the...
Even the first day I met Coach, he made me feel like I could do better.
You can do better.
If you believe in me.
I hated that. Feeling like the best I could do would only last one day.
I will believe in what will be.
But I stuck with it.
Give us the future, things that's above me.
Well, actually, he stuck with me. When I finally did win, he wasn't surprised.
I knew you had it in you.
Believing. Pass it on.
You did real good.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
35-34 Vanderbilt with the lead over Tennessee. It's been 5 years since they have last beaten the Lady Vols back in February of '02. McElhaney and company. There's Jillian Danker with the finish. Zuzi Klemesheva, a blast from the past. Vanderbilt's last win in this series. And they're almost all-time leading scorer, Chantel Anderson, was also on that team. And it might be a freshman that helps them break through. Jessica Mooney, spectacular here early in the second half. Going on instinct, just taking the rock to the rim.
Full court pressure. Vanderbilt making Tennessee work the shot clock a little. They come across midcourt with 19 to initiate. And Pat Summitt wants the ball to go to Candace Parker off the timeout. I think I'd want the ball to go to Candace Parker too if I was Pat Summitt. She hasn't had enough touches in their quarter court offensively.
Well, and that's been a problem you talked about. They've tried, I think, 3, maybe 4 different players at the point today, and they have not been able to get Spencer and Parker the touches. Vanderbilt forcing the turnovers here. They've turned it up on D. They've got the mismatch with Davis trying to defend Parker, and Spencer knocks it down.
I mean, Spencer can make you look like a genius. Get her the basketball.
11 points, her first bucket of this second half. Dee Davis with a couple of assists. She is one shy now of Ty McElhaney for the all-time mark here at Vandy. At 673. Davis, the jump stop. Can't get it to go. Parker, 3 defenders around her. And a 3-second violation called will turn it back over to Tennessee.
Look at Jess Mooney. Scoring in transition with this strong power move. Goes to the free throw line. Runs the floor with Dee Davis. This gives them instant speed in the backcourt.
8 points today for Jess Mooney. 6 of them coming in a minute-and-a-half stretch early in this second half. Tennessee by 1, under 10 minutes to go. Lady Vols undefeated at 4-0 in the SEC, trying to keep pace with Ole Miss at 5-0 on top of the conference.
A big perimeter game on the floor for Tennessee and a very small one for Vanderbilt. See if the Lady Vols can take advantage of their size. They've got 5'11" Anasicki at the point. They've got Fuller and 5'11" Hornbuckle at the point. They've got Anasicki on the perimeter. They've got Fuller on the perimeter. Spencer and Parker. That's a big lineup.
There's the turnover story. It was all Commodores coughing it up in the first half, and now Tennessee with the giveaways in the second half. Whisper off the crossover, out of control. Collision over by the sideline. Worth and Fuller down on the deck to go after it.
Well, you got to value possession of the basketball. Both these players going strong for the ball. And Fuller out of bounds, but boy, Worth took a good shot there too. Both players slow to get up. Look at this angle. Bang.
That was almost shoulder to head contact.
Ooh,
right there. Draws blood on the forehead of Fuller.
Ouch.
They'll tend to Fuller over on the bench. They'll bring in Bobbitt now on the perimeter. Carla Thomas, no good. Strong defense from Parker. Thomas now 2 for 11 from the floor.
All Vanderbilt has done is try to match the physical play of Tennessee in the second.
The delivery to Parker inside from Hornbuckle. Candace now with 12 points. Hornbuckle 5 assists. The defense from Tennessee. Davis with the steal. No foul. And it will go back to Tennessee. Both sides wanted the whistle blown on that one.
Both coaches are looking at the official with their palms up like you're kidding. There's a lot of contact right here. Steal by Davis. Boy, there's got to be something on that. And I thought Spencer Spencer was not in position. He came down and fouled Davis.
That is Dee's 5th steal of this half. Tennessee with the ball in the 3-point lead as we approach the 8-minute mark.
Trying to make it up for those 6 first-half turnovers. Look at the pressure on the perimeter. Good ball pressure.
Spencer found some space, runs down the rebound. Foul's going to go on Caroline Williams. That is her 3rd personal. A physical matchup in Nashville. Pat Summitt's Lady Vols on top.
Hey, it's just a sports conference. Yeah, people do dedicate rooms to their favorite teams, name their kids after coaches, and play fight songs at their wedding. At Regions, we know it's more than just a conference. It's unconditional love and bitter rivalry. It's the SEC, and it's what makes you, you. Regions Bank, proud to be the official bank of the SEC.
It's the SEC Men's Basketball Tournament Championship, and you've got the chance to win the best seat in the house. Log on to SECSports.com and then enter yourself to win the grand prize, an SEC Ultimate Basketball Weekend in Atlanta, VIP treatment across the board, and best of all, you get a courtside seat with the SEC Radio Network. To get any closer, you'd have to suit up. Brought to you by all the proud corporate sponsors of the SEC. It's the SEC Ultimate Basketball Weekend.
This is a lineup that cannot be stopped, a perennial powerhouse that needs no timeouts. The team, SECSports.com, and it runs up the score every week with more real-time coverage and live streaming content than ever before. Put in the play and get the results on all your favorite teams, players, and coaches, and get exclusive real-time coverage of SEC championships. Everything you need to know, everything you want to hear, everything you have to see at SECSports.com.
College hoops on FSN, the intensity on display of the Lady Vols and the Commodores. The intrastate showdown, Tennessee and Vanderbilt. Two of the 3 top scoring teams in the league, but this has developed into a grinded out physical affair. And Alex Fuller, bloodied on the noggin, taken back to the locker room. And it's the Lady Vols by 3 with under 8 minutes to go in the ball game.
Well, we'll bob it back on the floor. Hornbuckle moves over to the 2 spot.
Candace Parker. 12 points for her. Spencer's got 13 to lead the way. In and out. On the tip. Now Dee Davis on the run. The 2 leading scorers, Thomas and Williams, been very quiet for Vandy so far, and there is Thomas going to work on the block.
A nice job to run to the rim, Carla Thomas, and force Tennessee to match up and get the advantage for Vanderbilt.
They've been led by Christina Worth and freshman Jess Mooney off the bench tonight. Spencer. Oh, she doesn't need much space, and she knocks down another one.
How can you lose Sydney Spencer? You have to know where she is. She does such a great job of doing all the work before the ball gets in her hands. She runs the floor, squares up, catch and score. She's a tremendous catch and shoot player.
5 triples in her last 3 games. She's got 4 here tonight.
Watch Spencer right here. Caroline Williams is saying, get out to the corner. Carla Thomas is too slow to react. And that's a play that Tennessee will get that shot all night if they have to pull Thomas from the middle of that matchup all the way out to the baseline. But she's not going to get there.
Bobbitt bumped out near midcourt. That's on Jess Mooney. 16 points for Sydney Spencer to lead all scorers here tonight. 6 of 10 from the floor.
Well, she was right. She told me before the game she was going to look for her shots, and she has done that. I still think she could look more. When you're shooting it that well, you got to keep shooting it till your arm falls off.
50% from 3-point range, tops in the nation. The fadeaway, no good. That's the third on Carla Thomas. She got tied up with Parker. Now Hornbuckle will inbound with a fresh 30. And Tennessee will have to call the timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 6.5 to go. Tennessee with the lead over Vandy, 41-37.
Attention drivers statewide. If you are insured with Allstate, Geico, State Farm, or any other car insurer, you may be overpaying by hundreds of dollars. Find out how to get immediate savings through AIG Auto Insurance. What would it take to get you to switch your car insurance? If we told you that you could save $350 a year, wouldn't you pick up the phone? Start dialing, because you could save that much. People who switched from Geico saved around $359. From Allstate, $416. Your savings could be higher, like this driver who switched, or this one. And no other company gives you AIG Security Advantage that helps keep you safe on the road and away from home. Immediate savings available through AIG Auto Insurance. Call for a free rate quote today. Call 1-800-511-1343 for a free rate quote. You could save hundreds of dollars. That number again is 1-800-511-1343. Call now or visit AIGauto.com.
College football fans, here's your chance to be a part of the BCS. Go online to get the official merchandise from the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, the FedEx Orange Bowl, the Allstate Sugar Bowl, and the Tostitos BCS National Championship. Own a part of college football history. Go to bcsfootball.org and order today.
The best damn sports show, period. Weeknights on FSN.
6:29 to play. Tennessee leading Vanderbilt 41-37 here in Nashville. And as Tennessee has done all year, they have shot the three pretty well, and they have held Vanderbilt in check. Tennessee has only allowed the opposition to make 9 3-point baskets in their first 4 games in the conference, and they have held Vandy to just 2 here tonight. Vanderbilt averages 6 a game. They're the best 3-point shooting team in the nation. Caroline Williams is 0 for 1. That is it, just the one attempt. Spencer's pass picked off by Carla Thomas. 3-on-1 break for Vandy. Davis. Thomas keep it alive. They go right back inside to Carla. And she draws the foul on Anna Sicky. And that's going to be the 4th on Mickey.
That's just tremendous experience by Carla Thomas. Good footwork on the baseline to get herself in a position to make contact. If Christina Worth doesn't throw this basketball in there, that foul doesn't get called. I'm not sure what Dee Davis is doing there. I think she lost the handle because Caroline Williams was spotted up in the other corner for a 3.
So Anna Sicky with the 4 fouls, and now Carla Thomas 9 points. 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 2-point game. Full court pressure coming from Vandy. Bobbin across midcourt. Spencer with the shorter Davis on her, and Spencer gets loose and scores.
6-3 being guarded by 5'7".
18 now for Spencer. This is Mooney. The lob inside to Thomas. Gets it to roll up and in.
Carla Thomas starting to impose herself on the baseline. Back-to-back baskets.
With the advantage in the paint over the Lady Vols. Down 2 on the scoreboard. Spencer again over Davis. Take advantage of the mismatch.
Great recognition. And Hornbuckle wasn't kidding about maybe diving off the floor. Good hustle by Hornbuckle.
She almost did right there.
Thomas doing a nice job of getting position. Anisicki with the foul trouble. Can't afford to commit that foul. Look at the matchup advantage right here. They take Dee Davis to the block. That's the versatility in Sydney Spencer's offensive skill set. She posts up a smaller player inside and just turns and shoots over the top.
20 points on 8 of 13 from the floor for Spencer.
It's pretty good economy.
Again, Thomas dives to the rim and scores.
3 consecutive high-low opportunities, and Tennessee has not been able to take that away.
Hornbuckle with the pull-up for 2. And a timeout call by Tennessee with 4.5 minutes to go and a 4-point lead.
Interesting that Pat Summitt will call that timeout right there with the media timeout coming in 30 seconds. I think she wants to make sure her team understands what they want to do, plus give them a little break. You know, Parker did play 40 minutes in the Duke game, and she was bothered with her wind in the first half.
Parker with 12 points, 9 rebounds. Spencer with 20 to lead the way for Tennessee. Thomas has 13 to lead Vanderbilt. 47-43. It has been close throughout. Reminder coming up next, check your local listings for third-ranked UCLA and Cal. Pac-10 men's hoops action coming up for most of our audience on FSN.
Back to that small perimeter game for Vanderbilt, minus Dee Davis right now against the Tennessee full-court pressure.
Thomas has scored the last 10 points for Vanderbilt. Williams alone for 3.
Excellent spacing and composure by Vanderbilt. Not only did they not turn it over against that pressure, they got exactly the shot they wanted.
Her first three-pointer of the night. And Buckle back to Bobbitt. They'll swing around to Spencer. Shannon Bobbitt looking for 3. No good. Thomas with the rebound, and she's fouled. Williams with the 204th triple of her career. She's now number 2 all-time at Vandy. And that one's a biggie.
Bucks Live, the most comprehensive pre- and post-game coverage of the Bucks. Bucks Live, before and after every game, only on FSN North. Saturday on FSN North, Brian Elliott and the Badgers aim to shut down one of the WCHA's top scorers as Travis Morin and the Mavericks invade Madison. Minnesota State versus Wisconsin, Saturday at 7 on FSN.
Certified pre-owned at Zimbrick BMW. Financing and lease specials available from BMW FS.
When your child gets sick with the usual illnesses an unusual number of times, it could be an immune deficiency called PI. Get the warning signs.
Now at Capital Kia, you can buy any new Kia at invoice and you keep the rebates. During Capital Kia's invoice sale, we definitely have the power to surprise. Spectras, Sedonas, even the all-new Rondo, they all have to go. Every Capital Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and our exclusive rewards program. I'm Matt LePay, inviting you to get yours at invoice now at Capital Kia. Call us at 800-642-7885 or go to capitalfordkia.com.
Badgers Live, after every Badgers hockey game on FSN North.
Tennessee by 1, 3:41 to play. Sydney Spencer leading all scorers with 20 points. Carla Thomas coming on strong on a night where both teams have been a little sloppy with the basketball.
Look at the combined turnovers in this game. Both teams shooting it below their field goal percentage. Vanderbilt starting to heat it up a little in the second.
Tennessee last year lost to Duke and then went out and fell flat against Kentucky, losing back-to-back games for the first time in 9 years under Pat Summitt. Their last game on Monday night, they lost to Duke. And what will happen tonight here in Nashville? We shall find out in 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Carla Thomas at the line. She's 4 for 4.
With Anisicki with 4 fouls. Spencer with 3. Carla Thomas starting to go to work on the baseline.
She scored 10 in a row at one stretch and has now scored 12 of their last 15 points. Interrupted only by the Caroline Williams 3, and Vanderbilt is back on top.
A senior, 2 seniors that have never beaten Tennessee, scoring in that run.
11 wins in a row for Tennessee in the series dating back to 2002. Bobbitt looking for 3, got it.
That's a big-time basket by Bobbitt. And Parker showing the confidence to give it back out there to her, unguarded.
The freshman Meredith Marsh with the basketball. Bobbitt harassing. Parker takes it away. Credit Bobbitt with forcing Marsh to pick up the dribble. 15 steals now for Tennessee.
Parker and Anisicki posted up on the same block for a minute.
Parker trying to keep Thomas on her backside, and she'll head to the free throw line.
You know what? Not such a bad foul right there. And let me tell you why. Because Parker is 0 for 3 in the game and missed the critical shots down the stretch in the Duke game. At some point, that factors into your mental approach to the free throw line.
She's 1 for her last 10 attempts. On the season, 68% shooter. Candace now 13 points to go along with 9 rebounds. Now 9 points shy of 1,000. Looks like that may come now in the Alabama game.
You better box out for Vanderbilt because Duke gave up a couple of offensive rebounds on missed free throws.
Parker gets them both. Here comes the pressure.
You've got to get Davis back in, and Melanie Balcom was thinking.
Big time screen at midcourt set by Worth, and she'll put up the 3. No good. Parker with the rebound. 4-point lead for the Lady Vols with the basketball. 2:10 to go. Parker now with a double-double. The skip, Hornbuckle, Bobbitt. Back outside to Parker. She's going to go off the dribble. Counted, and she's fouled.
Wow. No one can go that high and defend that. What a move, a clear out on the weak side, and she was calling for it. No chance of defending that.
4th personal foul on Thomas. The elevation from Candace Parker, who says, let's go. A 6-point lead now for Tennessee. Second straight double-double for Parker.
Great ball movement in that possession by Tennessee. That'll be her 10th of the season.
So she's got 16, and Sydney Spencer with 20 points today. 4 3-pointers for Spencer, as once again they get the good inside-outside combo.
She showed us the entire skill set. Facing up, the medium range, the 3-pointer, great economy to her game. Those 20 points, taking her 13 shots. She got great touches. She looked for her own offense. She worked hard off the basketball.
And savvy enough to take advantage when the smaller defender was on her. And now Parker trying to complete the 3-point play. Vanderbilt has the possession arrow. Both sides have a couple of timeouts. And both are in the double bonus. Seven-point advantage for Tennessee. An 8-0 run for the Lady Vols. Davis trying to work out of the trap. Mooney gets Parker up. Candace still affected the shot. And then a foul called on the rebound. It's going to go against Vanderbilt and B. Davis, her first.
This is something they work on every day in practice. Drive the baseline, pass it to the other side, but it's hard to simulate the shot blocking, shot altering ability of the top shot blocker in the SEC. Great length, closer to 6'5" than she is to 6'4".
I spoke a second ago, Debbie, not in the double bonus. Both sides are in the 1-and-1. And Spencer hits on the first. 21 now for Spencer. Back up to a 9-point lead. That matches the largest of the night for Tennessee with a minute and a half to go.
Tennessee will probably switch on a lot of stuff here and not give up any threes.
Three-point attempt is good from Meredith Marsh.
Well, they're trying to foul Bobby. They couldn't catch her. That's how quick she is.
The foul is on Carla Thomas. That is her 5th personal foul. 16 points and 6 rebounds.
A good inside-outside action. Meredith Marsh knocking down that triple. Terrific second half for the senior.
Time now running out on the senior class in their attempt to get their first ever win against Tennessee here at home. These two teams will face off again in the final weekend of the regular season.
No way would I have believed that there were going to be 52 combined turnovers in this game between these two highly ranked top 15 teams, both with season-high turnovers.
Buckle. Second one is good as well. She's the 3rd player now in the double figures for Tennessee.
Without Carla Thomas on the floor, you got to look for threes here.
Inside Sherwood, no good. Hornbuckle up for the rebound. Her 7th of the day. A new career high, 22 points for Sydney Spencer. Candace Parker with the double-double, 17 and 10. And Tennessee looking to make it 12 in a row in the series against Vanderbilt. How about the night from Spencer? 4 3-pointers for her.
And she hit the offense early for Tennessee. She was the one that made baskets, hit threes. You saw her in the medium range. You've seen her post up, trail threes. Every way you could possibly score, Sydney Spencer has done it tonight.
Hornbuckle's got him. The lead up to 10 now, the largest of the night.
And Hornbuckle's defense on Caroline Williams tonight won't show up in the stat sheet, but it was fantastic.
Here is Williams. She gets the open look for just the 2nd time. She's hit a couple of 3-pointers.
Where was Hornbuckle on that? She's been guarding her so
talking
well.
her up.
What happened to Hornbuckle? She got lost. They like to run the baseline. Watch Caroline Williams spot up with a lot of separation. And Hornbuckle looks to her teammates. Where's the help?
She did not get through the screen by Worth. Williams, 2 of 3 from downtown. Those are the only 3 shot attempts she's gotten this evening, with Hornbuckle draped all over her for most of the night. We've got some Pac-10 men's basketball coming your way next. For most of you, check your local listings. It's number 3 UCLA taking on Cal. Here in the SEC, Tennessee trying to keep pace with Ole Miss atop the standings and get to 5-0. A loss here would drop Vandy to 3 and 3.
See, this is interesting for Pat Summitt because she knows Vanderbilt wants to foul, yet she's giving Candace Parker a chance to gain some confidence at the free throw line.
Coach Summitt closing in on win number 931 in her career, with Hazelhead, her mother, looking on from the end of the bench. Candace unable to knock down the first.
And here comes the offensive substitutions on the floor for Vanderbilt, because that's what Melanie Balcom is doing right now, putting the offense and the three-point shooting out there.
Summitt reminding her team, find the threes, no threes at the other end.
You switch on everything if you're Tennessee.
Parker now 3 shy of 1,000 for her career with 18 points tonight. There is the 3 from Williams, no good. Spencer fouled on the rebound. And Summitt is incensed. What is going on out there? I just told you no threes.
And Hornbuckle is saying, hey, we're switching, guys. Why didn't you switch, Coach Summitt just said. Watch right here. Parker switches off on Davis. Here comes Caroline Williams wide open.
Bobbitt was way down on the block. Spencer adds to her career high with 23 points on the evening. They will improve to 8 and 2 on the season against ranked opponents.
Right now, Tennessee and Ole Miss, depending on what happens at Georgia, will remain undefeated in the SEC play. And we're getting that Georgia won, so now Tennessee will be the only undefeated team in the SEC. Ole Miss losing on the road at Georgia. 69-60. Huge win for Andy Landers, protect his home court.
Yep. 4th block of the night. Look at Parker extending.
It's a lot of length getting out there to recover on a three-point shooter.
That is
Alex Fuller
there with the stitches on the eyebrow. For Candace. 4 of 9 from the free throw line. D. Davis looking for 3. Good.
Where was all this before for Vanderbilt? You got to give Tennessee credit for their defense and the way they locked down Caroline Williams.
Spencer fouled. D. Davis, by the way, 3 assists tonight, so she is now tied with Ashley McElhaney, number 1 all time, and I believe tied with somebody else in the building.
That would be Holly Warlick, the assistant coach over at Tennessee for 8th overall in SEC assists chart.
There's Holly.
I know Coach Warlick passed the ball, but I don't think she scored very many points in her career.
So Tennessee, the most challenging week of the season, as Pat Summitt has called it. They will get the split, the loss to Duke and the win against Vanderbilt. And alone in first place now in the SEC. 12 straight wins over Vandy. 67-57 the final here in Nashville. Coming up next for most of you, Pac-10 men's basketball. For Debbie Antonelli, I'm Beth Mowins. Good night from Nashville.
The Cal Bears return home to do a little business with their cousins from Los Angeles tonight.